Thank you so much for joining us for this hurricane briefing. I'm meteorologist Kristi Powers. Tropical depression number 3 now formed in the Bahamas. You can see it now sitting over the Bahamas, again sitting about 500 plus miles south and east of Orlando, Florida. Winds at 35 miles an hour, movement to the west-northwest rather rapidly at about 15 miles an hour. So it does put it over the Florida Straits through the day on Friday, and you can see this forecast fan, which is why we are so concerned here in southeast Texas, takes it over the eastern Gulf and closer to our area, sitting somewhere. Again, we're not looking at the middle of this cone, we're looking from edge to edge, so somewhere between Corpus Christi and over toward New Orleans as we go towards Sunday night and Monday morning. So you're going to have to pay attention to this. Let's show you what it looks like right now. Again, still kind of disorganized, although it's starting to strengthen just a little bit. You can see the flare up here on the northeast side of the showers and the thunderstorms. Again, the center sitting right here. So most of the activity on the east side. It's not until we get some wraparound convection do we really start to see this thing looking a little bit more healthy. So it's really encountering a lot of shear here, but the shear is starting to kind of weaken a bit. So this should allow it possibly to intensify to a tropical storm as we head into later today and as we head into your Friday. So we'll be watching for that as we go through the next 24 hours to see if in fact we do wind up with a tropical storm before too long. Just wanted to show you a closer view of the showers and the storms affecting places like Hispaniola over toward Puerto Rico. Still seeing clouds, showers and thunderstorms. Eventually we'll be moving into the Bahamas as it gets a little closer here to the tip of Florida. So again, this is what we watch. Computer models again in pretty good agreement in the short term that we should see this thing moving over the Florida Straits here somewhere between Miami and the coastline here, the northern coastline of Cuba. Again, the timing on this area would be about Friday, maybe noon to the early afternoon near Key West. So again, that puts it out into the Gulf of Mexico as we head into your day on Saturday. Eastern Gulf Saturday, potential for the central and western Gulf here on Sunday, which is why we're a little concerned. Again, the models, even the computer models showing New Orleans all the way to Corpus, which is just exactly in line with our National Hurricane Center forecast fan. And again, we're a little concerned here with the oil spill as well. Remember, we've got all that oil out there, so we'll see how this potential tropical system in the Gulf could be playing into it. Meanwhile, we've got another flare-up of storms to talk about as well out here in the Bay of Campeche. Again, this one a little too close to land. It could develop into a tropical depression, but if it does, it's going to run right into Mexico, so not be an issue for us, which is certainly good news. We don't need to be dealing with 2 of these systems as we go into your weekend. So again, we continue to watch this. Potential hazards with the oil spill. Remember, with our tropical depression number 3, this initial motion is a little less likely now. It's more looking like it should be moving either directly over the oil spill or maybe a little further off to the south. But the impacts either way would be the gusty winds, the high seas, and of course affecting the oil spill movement, which would make it come a little bit closer to us because we would have that east to west flow pushing it a little closer here to Louisiana and into Texas. So this is why the oil rigs out here are starting to evacuate, because we do have that potential for this to move up into the Gulf. Yeah, again, kind of a bad scenario. Now, I hate to say it. Wanted to put a few numbers here out into the Gulf just to show you how warm the water temperatures are out here. We're talking generally 83, 84 degrees here in the eastern Gulf, even into the western Gulf, maybe mid 80s here. Again, plenty of fuel for this system to work with. Again, one of our computer models here, at least showing us fairly dry, at least in the short term. As we go toward Friday and into early Saturday, this tropical low, potentially a tropical storm over the weekend, will be bringing a lot of rainfall here along the eastern Gulf, and we'll see how far it treks as we go through the weekend. Of course, should it become a tropical storm, next name on the list is Bonnie. You want to make sure you stay updated with the latest information. To do that, you can do it right here. Monday through Friday, we update this at noon.